What's up guys, it's Greg from dearblogger.org, and in this video I'm going to show you not only how to create your own custom email newsletter with Constant Contact, complete with an ebook built with their easy drag and drop email editor, but also those preliminary steps like how to add a subscribe form to your blog so that anywhere on your blog people can join into your newsletter, go ahead and sign up with their email, name, and whatever criteria you want to collect, and also how to create a custom email that looks like you at yourbrand.com, .org, .net, or whatever your domain name is, so that you can use that email for all your business purposes, including this email newsletter. If you're anything like me, you get newsletter after newsletter after newsletter after newsletter after newsletter and more and more and more, and you just wonder, how do these things get made, and is it complicated? Well, I thought it was initially, and the answer is no. A lot of the times, these are just like one or two people doing it on their own, and I want you to have your own newsletter that you can send out whenever you want with your own advice or writing from others or products or deals or what have you, so that you can look really professional too. We're gonna do it all from scratch in less time than it takes to have your typical lunch break. And of course, to save you time, I've already tried out a ton of other email subscription, email marketing providers and settled on Constant Contact, so that at least we've already made that choice and we know that it works. So before we get started, I wanna just quickly go over the steps we'll take here, what they all cost, and what you need over there to get started today. So all you need is just a WordPress.org blog or some sort of website you've made where you can insert forms and you can insert Constant Contact little pieces of code. We don't need to know any code. We're just going to do a lot of copy and pasting here and there. WordPress is perfect because you can insert your form into a blog post, a page, somewhere on your theme, or wherever you want people to see your email marketing form. And of course, if you make a WordPress blog with us, you can guarantee that you're doing it in one of the cheapest and most high quality ways possible. So assuming you already have a WordPress blog or a website of some form, the first step we're going to take today is going to be to get an email subscription form and put it onto that blog. We're going to use WP Forms Lite to insert that form, but there's a lot of other ways to get a form. You can get one from Constant Contact. I just like WP Forms Lite because it's free. It's made by a really trusted guy I know named Saeed Balki, and you can style the form, like change the button colors, the shapes of the form really easily. Once we make sure that email form is inserted successfully onto your blog or website, we're going to move over to creating the email address itself, like greg@surfriderschool.com. That's just a demo site I made. Or you at youramazingcookiecompany.com. With that email, we're going to also sync it with Gmail so you can send and receive using that email from a place where you're familiar. Then once your new business email is made, we're going to take it over to Constant Contact, set up a free account using that email and using all of your basic business info, which can just be your home address. And we're going to set up your newsletter, complete with the message that goes out automatically right when someone subscribes, complete with your own email list, and also, of course, we're going to make an ebook in a really cheap and easy way. Put that in the welcome email and make sure people get a little gift incentive right when they subscribe to your list. Alright guys and gals, that's what we're going to do today. So grab your computers, laptops, desktops, iPhones, Android, whatever you're using today to make this thing. Grab a cup of coffee or whatever it is you like to drink. Please note that I'll give you links to all of these services, including Constant Contact, below the video. Those are affiliate links, so I will earn a small credit if you click through the link and sign up. Comes at no cost to you, and it's a great way of giving back to the channel, so I really appreciate it. Also make sure you get to the right page. Sometimes it's hard to find the right page with a free trial. So now that you know they're down there and we know what to do, let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright guys, I'm going to go away for now so that we can focus on the tutorial. Alright, so the first step is obviously just to log into your WordPress dashboard, whatever WordPress website or whatever website in general you made, just log into the back end. And now we want to click on plugins. So as I mentioned, the first step is just going to be to install an email subscription form with WP Forms Lite onto your website. And here we can see we have the WP Forms Lite plugin already installed. If you don't, go ahead and pop to the top, click Add New, and just do a search for WP Forms Lite. And it's going to be the contact form by WP Forms drag and drop form builder for WordPress. Now, if you're doing this without a WordPress blog or website, maybe a custom website, something like Joomla, I'm not sure what you're using if it's not WordPress, but you can go to the WP Forms site itself and you can get the short code there and also build the form there, I believe. That's the route you'll want to take. it's really easy just to install this short code or install their embed code. So if you don't have WordPress, you're doing this with your own custom website, hit me up in the comments and I'll walk you through it. But I think most people will be using WordPress. So we already have this cool plugin called WP Forms Lite. And if we click set, we have to click update. If you ever see that beige bar, it means you got to update it. Keep your site fast and secure. We can actually click settings, email, and we're going to see that there's not a lot here because we have to actually make a form somewhere. Well, where do we do that? Well, we have a button for add new forms. Why don't we try that? And it takes us to the WP Forms editor. Perfect. So we're actually just going to grab a template and we're going to grab the newsletter sign up form template. So click that one. All right, and it's going to be super simple. It says, don't forget, click the marketing tab to configure your newsletter service provider. Aha, that we're going to do at the end of the video when we sign up for Constant Contact, which is the tool I use to send newsletters out to the Dear Blogger email club. So we can close it for now because all we're interested in doing right now is just inserting the form on our website and making it look good. But if you want to add fields, you can just click them over here and they'll come in there and people can choose from your different options. So that's really how people create forms on the web. They're not super good developers. They just use really cool, easy, beginner-friendly tools. Okay, so for now we just need to save it and we need to click embed because name email is all we need. All you need to do now is just copy this short code. All right, and come back to our site. Click on the elements and then click on short code. Where is it? I'm going to search for short code. I'm going to drag a short code in right here. And now we're just going to paste the short code in right here. And update it. All right, and it looks really goofy there, but hopefully once we click the hamburger and click view page, it will look like a form. All right, and it does look sort of like a form. It just needs a little bit of styling. So let's go back to our editing window and we need to move this short code into the middle of the page somehow. How do we move that short code? Well, one good way to do it would be to add a blank column on the left and a blank column on the right. And the easiest way to do that is to set up a new intersection. So let's click back to the elements and drag in an intersection like such, which you can see has two columns. Now all we need to do is just duplicate one of the columns and you'll get 3 or 4 or however many you want, and you can also delete to get back to 3. Okay, so now I'm going to right click on the pencil icon for the shortcode and copy it, and I'm going to click in the middle column down below, right click, paste. Cool. Now we can delete the upper shortcode and update it, and we'll see what we made. Alright, so I don't like how our form doesn't fit the entire middle column and the input fields are a little bit short and stubby. So to change that, I've made some edits that we can do right now. We can just go to our WP Forms builder and you can click on name, for example, and then open advanced options. And then in advanced options, just change it to large. And do the same for email, click email, advanced options, large, and then save it. All right, so that should make that improvement. So now we have the form going through the whole middle column here, which is in Elementor. We have 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns. And I also don't like how the form is kind of not styled to our website. Our website has these nice pink red colors and everything's just a little bit bigger and larger than life on our website, and the form is too small. So what I did is I wrote some custom CSS for you guys. You can get that if you open up our blueprint and just scroll all the way to the bottom and then just paste whatever is in this below section. So right now we have this huge div forms container. All this stuff just talks to the WP Forms code. Just copy it, and once you get that, come back to the site. All right, I'm gonna open it in a new window now. Sometimes we need a few different tabs going, and now we're gonna click Customize, which is where a lot of the WordPress edits that can't be done in Elementor are done. And now you just want to click Additional CSS, and if there's anything in there, just get rid of it, and then right click, paste. So that will actually change how your form looks. It'll of course work, but it just made the colors better, wider, and a nice border radius around that. If you're familiar with CSS, you can actually add stuff to this section right here, like font family or font size, or really any different CSS selector could possibly work on the forms. So feel free to play around and learn more CSS if you'd like. I just wanted to get you going with those 3 little pieces of it. All right, let's make sure to publish our form. Now it fits our site a little bit better. And the last thing I want to do is go to WP Forms, and we're going to change submit. If you click on submit, we can just change it to join our newsletter and save it. And everything's dynamic, so that'll all update on our website if we make changes in Customize or in WP Forms. Okay, let's go back to Elementor now, and we're gonna make sure that we saved it. Make sure you've updated it. Sometimes I just do like a little letter change or something so the update button becomes green again. Now we're gonna refresh it so it sees our form changes. Scroll down, form looks good. We just need to give the form a header. So what you can do is actually copy one of these headers, like upcoming retreats. We can just right click on it and duplicate it. And then click on the pencil and hold and pull it down. And we can just pop that in right above our newsletter and then retitle it. And we'll center it. Beautiful. Let's update it and let's see how our work looks now. All right, pretty cool. I think I just want that little border. So I'm going to copy this border too. Right click, duplicate. A little bit harder because it's so thin, but bring it down to the bottom and center it and update. Perfect. Great job, guys. And if you ever want to change the amount of white space in between your modules here, you can see that the white space in upcoming retreats looks a lot better than the white space around get updates. To do that, you just go back to Elementor, and we can see we have like a entire blue line here that encompasses this whole section. So just click on the settings for that outer area, click advanced, and then in padding, you can get rid of the padding on the top or get rid of the margin on the top. And if that doesn't work, then it means that there's padding or margin on the module above this. But for now, we just definitely want to add some margin to the bottom. And we want to unlink that so we can just put it on the bottom. And we'll update it, and then we'll go to the upcoming retreats. Click on the settings for the entire section. Click advanced. And we can see that there actually is some padding here that's pushing get updates down too much. So I'm going to actually reduce that and effectively move it up and update and refresh. And now get updates is a lot more centered. Cool. So how do we set up a custom contact@example.com email? Well, I'll show you how right now, and it all starts at HostGator. So what you need to do is visit your HostGator cPanel, which is where we installed WordPress way back. And if you forgot how to get there, you can just visit your email. In your email inbox, do a search for HostGator Your Account Info, and then click on the Your Account Info. Now we're going to have the Your Control Panel link and the password and the username. So just copy the password they gave you. Click on the link for your control panel and let's log in. Great, all right, so welcome back to cPanel, and now what we need to do is just click on email accounts. And this part's super easy. We're just gonna create the email. So whatever word you want ahead of your domain name is totally up to you. You could do support or hello, but in my case, I like just doing first name. So greg@surfwriterschool.com. Don't worry about this longer subdomain. They just create that as a side record. And then we need a password. So whatever password you like doing, whatever. And the password again. Okay, and then we're just going to choose unlimited mailbox because why not, and create account. And it says account created, and there's our email. All right, so now we have an inbox here at HostGator. If you want to log in and actually check mail here, you actually can do that. You just have to click set up mail client and go through the steps. But in our case, we obviously want to use this email with whatever email you're most familiar with. In my case, that's Gmail. So I'm going to show you how to set up this email so it works with Gmail in terms of sending and receiving. All right, so let's go back to our Gmail and let's click on the gear for settings and now click settings. All right, and I'm really not a wizard with emails. This stuff is pretty difficult as you get deeper into it, but when you need to do something, you learn how to do it. So I figured it out way back. So now we're gonna click on accounts and import, and you're gonna wanna scroll down and you can see all the other emails I've created. And in check mail from other accounts, click add a mail account. All right, so now we're just gonna enter in our new email address and hit next. And then it's going to say import emails from my other account, POP3, that's what we want, so we'll hit next. Now we just need to enter in the details that we set up at HostGator. So our username is just the email. This is where most people get tripped up. The password is just whatever password we created at HostGator. On this window, where do we go? We're going to make sure the server is just mail.ourdomainname.com. Port 110 is good. We're going to leave a copy of retrieve message on the HostGator server in case it doesn't arrive here. And now we're just going to click add account. Cross our fingers. So it looks like it allowed us to add it, and now it's going to check some mail from that email, which we probably won't have. All right, nice. So while it's checking mail from our new email using POP3, we need to scroll up and click add another email address in this send mail as section so we can send mail as this new address. All right, so we're gonna go through the yellow window again, just write in your new email. Keep your name up there and then click next step. Leave treat as an alias checked, that doesn't really matter. And next step. Now we're gonna enter in our username, which is our email again, and our password from HostGator again. Keep the secured connection using TLS checked because it's recommended. Port 587 is good. SMTP server should read just mail.yourdomainname.com, and we can add account. So it's going to think for a second, and now it's going to send us an email through the HostGator service to Gmail with the confirmation code, just to make sure that you actually control that email account. So we need to go back to our inbox, and we'll see the Gmail team emailed us with the confirmation code. So just open up that email, you go ahead and grab the code that they sent you. So in my case, they sent us 2 codes for some reason, and I'm just going to grab the most recent one. But you should just get 1 confirmation code. Now come back to the yellow window, right click and paste it in and just hit verify. Alright, so we've now verified our new email address. We can go back to settings and we'll see that the email is sitting there in accounts and import at the bottom. And most importantly, we can test out that new email. We're just going to send it from our Gmail to our new email and see if we receive it in this inbox that we've always used. Alright, let's hit send, and it works. Perfect. So it works to send to this new email address of yours, and let's see if we can write as that person. Let's find it in the list, and yes, we can. So that should be great. We'll see if it works the other way as well. And that works too. Instantly, you can now send and receive from your new email address with your business inside of it and your domain name on the end of it. Okay, so good job. And I want to show you how to link Constant Contact with your form so that you can use this form to add people, to add subscribers to your mailing list, aka your newsletter. So it's really easy, I think, to set up. It's super professional. You know, every brand we like has an email form connected to a newsletter that they use to send out deals and updates to. And the coolest thing is it's a free trial. So just like a free trial at like a gym or something, you get to go in, try out the spa, get a sauna, you know, get a smoothie, try out all the weights, and then you get to decide if you want to actually become a real member. And of course, we are talking about Constant Contact email marketing software, which I of course use. So to get started and try Constant Contact, you just want to open up the notes below the video. This is just our previous video as an example. Just click show more. You'll see a link for Constant Contact, a little bit.ly or Google link. Click on that. All right, and that way I get credit from Constant Contact. So just another little free way that bloggers, make a living, and doesn't cost you anything. So thanks a ton if you can give me credit there. And then just go ahead and pop in your email. All right, so I'm going to use the one that we set up because they recommend using one with your brand, your domain name in it, and click start your free trial. All right, so before you sign up, if you want to know what you get today in the free trial, I found a nice link from their knowledge base. So Constant Contact says, the free trial is your time to explore all the campaign types and features Constant Contact has. You can create as many campaigns as you want. So a campaign is just like my newsletter or my contest or my holiday giveaway. Try out the different campaign types available, more than email, blah, blah, blah. Anything you create during the trial will be available when you become a customer, and it will end on its own after 60 days has passed. So they want to give you a long time, free, open up their doors essentially to you so you can do a bunch of cool stuff and feel comfortable. And then, I think in that time you'll have created a newsletter with email list contacts that are worth way more than the cost per month, which I think is $20. So I, of course, use it. I've used it for a while, and it's really good. So we're going to go back and just sign up. And we're going to make a password. And then just pop in our name and email. And I'm just going to go through this and set up a new free trial, even though I already have like my own super awesome account. And this way you can just see exactly how it's done. You can do it side by side, and then phone number, and just click get started. All right, we'll take their marketing service options, why not, and continue. All right, so we just need to create two things to get Constant Contact working, which is one, an email list, which is basically just a list of contacts that you'll gather as you get more subscribers, an email list. That's the first thing. And the second one is just a auto response that goes out right when someone subscribes to say hello, and in our case, to deliver an ebook, which is an ideal way to start off your course and the relationship with the subscriber. So you're going to learn all these other fancy words throughout the process, like campaign and blah, 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 but basically it boils down to those two things for us right now. Email list and auto response. All right, so let's just go through the little survey here. We're going to say we're new, 1 to 50. We are in fitness. Give them their little address here, so Constant Contact knows about us. And then we'll say yes, just in case you do, and next. All right, now from this screen with the 6 boxes, we see we have a lot we could do. For example, we definitely want to create a welcome email, or you could create a sign up form, even though WP Forms already gave us a good one on our website right here. For now, I just want us to come up to the top left and click campaigns. And they give us one campaign to start, which is a welcome email. So let's click that. So because Constant Contact is so user-friendly and easy, they already set up this auto response, aka a welcome email, which goes out to all new signups right when they subscribe. All we need to do is just click on this little preview and see what they gave us. Cool, so that's what will go out right now. And we actually just want to edit it. So let's go back to our campaigns. And on the right, under more, just click edit. And edit. And it says drag and drop your way to beautiful email as well. Don't mind if we do. So let's actually, and it's going to give us a tutorial too. So this is what you could make. Well, I'm impressed, needless to say. I wish we could just use that template. So let's click start your email. All right, so let's do a little bit of basic designing here. Let's drag in an image on the right, and we're going to click on top of the image and edit it. Upload file, we'll grab one of our nice surfing images. Browse your computer. All right, we're going to get beginner surf and upload files. And done. And hover on the image and click insert. All right, now we're going to change the text. Now we're going to highlight the text, change the font to Tahoma, and bring it down in size. Exclamation mark, and done. And then we are going to get a button. So let's get a button right here. We're going to pop that in. Oops, not good. So that undo button at the top is pretty useful. All right, now I'm gonna hit enter and change the font size down to 16 and write your destination. Now we're gonna go down to the body text, click on it to edit, and we're just gonna change this one up so it's a little bit more to our brand. We hope you could check out our. Lastly, to get started with the basics, please download and read our free ebook. Learn how to surf in under 30 days. All right, done. And we're gonna link an ebook in a second. So let's just get rid of this image at the top. Done. And I'm gonna try to put our logo in this top header. Bring in an image, put it right on the side there. Image, edit, upload file, browse computer, surf logo version 1, and grab it. And upload files. And done. Hover on it and insert. Now we can click on the image and actually drag it so it's smaller. And you can see if we click on the image, we can move it to the right or the left, but not the center. So it's fine, we'll keep our text in the center, and we're actually gonna make another image for the right. So image, pop it on the right-hand side, edit, grab our logo, and insert. And then we're gonna bring this down in size as well. And we're also gonna align it to the right. All right, so for some reason this image is allowed to go in the center, the other one isn't. Interesting. So it might take a little playing around, but after trying out a few of the elements, you'll get the hang of it. In our case, I'm gonna actually just delete the one on the left. So we just have the logo nice and clean on the right. And if you wanna click it now and center it, by all means. Ideally, we want this first email newsletter to actually somewhat resemble our homepage so that people get that feeling that they're going from the email form to the website and back and forth. Basically, email forms are essentially just a tool to get you more traffic and more eyeballs on your offers. So if they look like your website, then you're off to a good start. All right, scrolling down, our email looks perfect. We can of course change up the colors if you wanted. All that can be done. Color. All right, super cool. So the last thing we need to do is actually put our ebook in an email. How do we put the ebook in an email? Well, it's actually really easy. You just create the ebook in something like Microsoft Word. So here we have our beautiful Learn How to Surf in Under 30 Days ebook. It's just some Microsoft Word text, images, and then some Surf Ipsum I got from the Surf Ipsum website. That's a fat slab. So you can do this in like Open Office or in even a text editor. You don't need Word. I just happen to have Word right now. Once you create your ebook, all you need to do is just save it as a PDF. So to do that, I'm just gonna go to Save As in the upper right. All right, and then I'm actually gonna go to File Format, PDF, which says best for electronic distribution and accessibility. That's what we wanna do. We're gonna give it out to people online, and then just click Export. So now our ebook went from Word to a PDF, really easy. We now just need to go back to your website and open up any page on it. All right, and what some people like doing is putting the PDF into a WordPress page via a link. I just like putting it into the email. So to put the PDF in the email, you just need to go to the dashboard, click Media, click Add New, and we're gonna upload the PDF by hitting Select Files and just finding it and opening it. So just like an image, you can upload a PDF to your WordPress. All right, then you just need to click it to open it, and you'll have a link to the PDF, which is the most important part. Just copy that, and now you can share this link anywhere. You could email this link to someone or share it on Facebook, but in our case, we just want to put it into, of course, our Constant Contact email. So let's go back to Constant Contact and just highlight the anchor text for our ebook, which is the title of it. Now hit Link and hit Web Page. All right, and then right click and paste. All right, and then insert, and done. Now people can just click and open it in a new web page, or they can actually just right click and download the file. So I'm going to give a little note saying, please click to read, or right click save as to download your free ebook. And that's really all it is. It's really that simple to create an ebook. Bloggers have been doing it for years. And hit done. All right, our email looks perfect now. You could of course go crazy with it, but I think simple is the way to go here. So let's just make sure to save it, and we'll hit continue. All right, so we're going to choose to send to any list. Subject, welcome to our school is good. From our school is good. And all it's going to ask you is just to put a physical address here. You need this because of the email subscription laws that are on the internet today. So you can make this a P.O. box, or really an address where you do business is ideal. All right, so of course I'm going to use Chelsea Market here. Super cool. All right, beautiful. So we have an address now. We just need to activate our email. All right, so if you get an error like this one, it just means we need to verify our email on a different screen before we set this up. So we got a little ahead of ourselves. Let's click on our name and let's click on My Settings. And let's click Verify Address. So Constant Contact can get a little bit feisty if we haven't verified our own email, and the status of it now is email sent verification pending. So we actually just need to pop over to Gmail and click on a link there. Let's open up Constant Contact's email and click Verify this email. Beautiful. Now we'll click Take Me to Constant Contact. Okay, great. So now that we're here, let's go back to Campaigns. And let's click More and Edit on our welcome email. And now let's go to Continue where we were before. And let's go through this process and cross our fingers and hope it works. So specific list, general interest. All right, the from address is now in there and verified, as is the reply to address, so that should make it work. And for address, we're just gonna pop in what we had before, Chelsea Market. All right, now with everything in here properly, let's scroll up and let's hit activate and cross our fingers. And it worked, yay, so we just had to verify that email address. Sorry about that additional step. So it says, nice work, now all new contacts who join through your sign-up forms will receive this welcome email. That's exactly what we want. Okay, and you're gonna get stats on how many people opened it, how many people it was sent to, how many people clicked on your links for your ebooks, and so on and so forth. You can really dive in, do a little deep dive on the stats if you want. But for now, I just wanna make sure that we have everything here at CC looking good. And then we'll pop over to WordPress and make sure everything is working there. So let's click Campaigns. All right, and our welcome email is active. It's gonna go to our general interest email list, which is great. And if you wanna set up more emails to go out to your new subscribers, just click Create in the upper right. Boom. Okay, so now let's go back to WordPress. And once we're in WordPress, we're just gonna hop over to any new window. So I think I can get rid of Chelsea Market here. All right, and then we're gonna go to our dashboard. And now we're gonna scroll down to WP Forms. Once you're in WP Forms, you're just gonna click on Settings. And then we wanna click on Integrations. Super fancy. So we're gonna integrate with Constant Contact. So click on Constant Contact and click Add New Account. And then we're just gonna click here to register with Constant Contact. Super easy, so all you're gonna need to do is just log in. Now I am like the king of forgetting my email marketing logins, but in our case now it's easy, it's just our email and the password we created when we set up our free account. Hope it works. Probably won't. Okay, it worked, cool. So allow access. WP Forms would like to access and or update your Constant Contact account. Perfect, WP Forms was basically made for Constant Contact and vice versa, so let's allow it. All right, so you wanna get this code down here, so just double click the code and copy it. And now just leave it open and come back to WordPress And we're going to pop in your authorization code on the first box, and then just an account nickname. So, Surfrider School is great for that one. And connect to Constant Contact. It worked, connected, beautiful. Okay, so the final thing we need to do is to go to all forms now and open up your form. It's going to take us to this cute little editing window at WP Forms. And it already knows what we want to do. It says, don't forget, click the marketing tab to configure your newsletter service provider. Just close that and follow me to marketing. We're almost done. I know this is a lot of new information for you, most likely. And we're just going to click on Constant Contact, my favorite email marketing provider, obviously. And then click Add a New Connection. So you can have an optional nickname. These don't show up to your subscribers, so it's just for your own recording purposes or organizing things in your head. And click OK. All right, now we're going to make sure that our account is Surfrider School. General interest is obviously the list that Constant Contact made for us. That's our first email list. And below, you're just going to see a bunch of fields which WP Forms will send to Constant Contact. So we can record all these things about people, and that is perfect. What I want to do is just make sure that the available form fields are selected. So email is going to be selected. Full name is going to get name full. First name is going to get name first. And so on and so forth. All right, we're going to stop there with name and email because our form itself doesn't actually have fields for phone and etc., etc. But you can add them if you want. Let me know if you want to do that. For now, let's complete this process and just click Save. Let's pop open to our website. And that will do it. You're all set. Now your email form works, and when people pop in their first name, last name, email address, and click join our newsletter, it'll actually add them to your Constant Contact subscriber list. They'll get that welcome message containing whatever you want, and most importantly, your ebook. And the process to start your surfing course or whatever type of course you have is underway. Great job.